So there's a TV show called The AmbASSadors, and it's one of these pro uh, pro murder, pro violent shows, and it had this quote. It's this guy is like a murderer or something. He said he's talking to a priest, and the priest says, "Any mortal sin will affect your soul like a disease to the body." And I thought, well, it's like watching this show. Watching these shows is a mortal sin because you're supporting wickedness. All these shows that are focused on death and murder, they're satanic, and when we support them, we commit a mortal sin against ourselves. I mean, it's pretty obvious that supporting Hollywood and the BBC and PBS, what kind of shows do they make? They make shows about murder. And they always have this kind of morality in these shows where people moralize and talk about, yeah, we shouldn't commit this sin, we shouldn't do this act. It's like, well, we shouldn't be watching these shows because they affect your spirit. If you want peace, if you want to be happy, if you want to be a kind person, if you don't want to support wickedness, if you don't want to support Satan's film industry and Satan's TV programming, it's all Satan. It's all influenced by Satan. Think about it. It's focused on death. Like, that's what it's focused on. And they show torture. They show women being tortured and killed, and men. And so it was the show AmbASSadors, and the guy said, when you commit a mortal sin, you hurt yourself, you hurt your spirit. Well, it's a mortal sin to watch violent shows. We shouldn't. It's the same thing with the UFC. People shouldn't watch the UFC. Why is that entertainment? Why is that, like, I feel sad for the strongest people in society, the men, because they're the ones who get abused the most. Like, they're the ones that go to war and they just become puppets and slaves to the system. And it's like the UFC. It's like, okay, these guys are really strong. Well, why are they punching each other in the face? Like, just enjoy your health, man. Go out and get married and have kids and go enjoy nature. Like, enjoy your health if you have health. Like, the strongest men are like, I need to go fight and wrestle, and I need to go punch a guy in the face. And it's like, so weird, man. Men are just abused every day by society. Men are abused by society, and men abuse women. It's like this hierarchy, The governments, the rulers of the world abuse men. They send them to wars. They have them do jobs where they get injured, where they have to sacrifice their lives, where they have to work too much or work in poisonous conditions. And then, women get abused by men, and then children get abused by parents. It's like this hierarchy of abuse, and it's like the UFC, like, what's the point? Like, is that, oh, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm going to go watch some guys punch each other. Oh, really? Where's that? It's on that black box, that TV. Oh, okay. You literally can't think of anything better to do than see guys punch each other? Like, there's so many options today in the world, but anyway. Yeah, anyway, all these murder mystery shows and stuff, it's just led by Satan. And Christians who watch it, I kind of wonder, like, all right, maybe once in a while, that's no big deal. But people who watch these shows every day and they're like, I'm a Christian, it's like, at the end of your life, like, how much time did you spend with watching good stuff, or reading good stuff or enjoying peaceful situations or nature versus these shows that are focused on death and murder and torture and abuse. Where is your heart really? You would think Christians would be like, we have the gospel. We have the truth about God. Like, that's exciting. That's something to rejoice about.